Do you know why some pages rank higher than others, even when content seems similar? Hey, it's me, Sanjeeb Basnet. Welcome to the world of semantic SEO. In this video, we will explore what entities are, how they relate to semantic SEO, and how you can use them to improve your content writing and maximize your search rankings in the search engines. Let's start with the basics. My friend, an entity is simply a thing or concept that has a clear, or we say well-defined existence. That could be living or non-living. Let's say it could be a person, it could be a place, it could be an object or event or even an idea. For example, Donald Trump, or let's say London, or let's say iPhone, or let's say World War, 2 or 3, and love. These all are entities. In the context of semantic SEO, entities help search engines understand the meaning and background of your content. They are like fundamentals that search engines use to create a wave of knowledge and connection between different pieces of information. Think of it this way, like let me give you an example. When you are having conversation with your friend, you don't just use the isolate words, or let's say you don't just use words separately. You use them in context, in background, in a situation, referring to specific people, place, and things. Entities work similarly for search engines, helping them understand the full picture of what your content is about. So my friend, why are entities important in semantic SEO? Well, search engines have become incredibly advanced these days. They are no longer just matching keywords. They are trying to understand the intent behind the search query or every sources that the user search in the search engines and provide the most relevant results due to this semantic SEO. By using entities effectively in your content, you are speaking the language that search engines understand the best. Let's look at an example to make this clear. Imagine you are writing an article about Apple. Let's say you're writing an article on Apple, uh, and without context, a search engine might not know if you are talking about the fruit or the tech company. But if you include related entities like iPhone, Steve Jobs, or iOS, it becomes clear you are referring to the tech company, tech Apple company. This helps search engines categorize and rank your content more accurately. So, my friend, now, how can you use entities in your content writing? This is the very basic questions. Here are some practical tips that I can give you now. First one is identify key entities in your topic. First one is identify key entities in your topic. Before you start writing, brainstorm the main concepts, people, place, or things related to your subject. These will be your primary entities. The second one, use variations and synonyms. It means don't just repeat the same entity over and over, again and again. Use different ways to refer to it, like synonyms. For example, if you are writing about New York City, you might also mention the Big Apple or NYC or Manhattan, because Apple company is based on that place. And number third, include related entities. Include related entities. Think about the concepts that are closely associated with your main topic. If you're writing about coffee, you might mention entities like caffeine, espresso, or espresso machine, or coffee beans, or roast, these things. Similarly, the number fourth is create connections. You need to create connections. So how different entities relate to each other. This helps build semantic networks that search engines can understand. For example, in an article about smartphones, you might explain how Apple company, how that tech company created the iPhone, the product, make a connections in between them. And number fifth, use structured data. Implement schema markup on your website to clearly tell search engines about the entities in your content. This can help your page appear in rich snippets and knowledge panels in search results. Similarly, number 6, focus on user intent. It means you should remember the goal is not just to stuff your content with entities. Always prioritize creating valuable informative content for your readers. The entities should follow, that needs to go naturally within your writing. And number 7, stay up to date. It means entities and their relationships can change over the time, over the period, based on the user's behavior. Keep your content fresh by updating it with new, relevant as they come up in your field. So let's look at a real world example to see how this works, how this working nowadays in search engines. Imagine you are writing an article about healthy eating. You're writing an article about healthy eating. For that, instead of just focusing on the keyword just healthy eating, you might include entities like specific nutrients like vitamins, minerals, proteins. On the other hand, food groups, for example, fruits, vegetables, or whole grains. Or you can also include diets. The diets may be the Mediterranean diet or plant-based diet, and other things, the health conditions. There may be several health conditions like obesity, heart disease, or diabetes. Also, you can include the experts or organization, World Health Organization, nutritionist. So in this way, by combining these entities into your content naturally, you are creating a rich, informative piece that both readers and search engines can understand and appreciate. So my friend, you need to remember that the key is to think like a human, not a search engine. Use entities in a way that optimize your content and provides value to your readers. To include entities into your content strategy, at first it can seem very challenging, but with practice it becomes a second nature. It's about changing your mindset from keyword focused writing to the concept for focused writing. In traditional SEO, as you know, we used to focus a lot in the keyword. Now you need to focus on the concept. So this approach not only helps with SEO, but it's likely to produce more wide range valuable content for your audience. As search engines continue to evolve, continue to advance, understanding and utilizing entities will become increasingly important. By mastering these aspects of semantic SEO, you will be well positioned to create content that ranks well and truly serves your audience needs, audience wants. So I want to ask you the last questions. Are you really ready to take your content to the next level? If so, start including entities into your writing from today and watch your search engines rankings high in top of the page of search engines. So that's all for now, my friend. Hope you like it. If you have liked it, please do subscribe, do like. We will definitely meet in another video.